Okay, let us continue our discussion about Yantra Yoga, all that mystical symbols like 5-point star of Shiva, 6-point star of Vishnu, and also Sri Yantra, and many other kind of things. The question is, how can we use it without too much complicated Hindu rituals or Buddhist rituals? Is it possible? Previously I told you that when we speak about Yantra Yoga or mystical symbols, it's extremely useful to remember that it's universal. So it's not only about Hindu tantra and the Buddhist tantra. It's about Christianity, Jewish tradition, Islamic tradition, whatever tradition you may belong to. And all modern New Age spirituality, maybe sometimes they use it more, sometimes less, and new kinds of Christianity like Baptist church and Protestant church much less, but Orthodox church much more. Why I'm again saying all that? Because people of different traditions, they use all that mystical symbols easily, everywhere. It's like for example, you have a number of traditional Vedic or Buddhist like tantra or maybe yantra, all that mandalas, etc. And you may just put it on the wall, it's a big question which wall, because now it's a very famous all over the world tradition of Feng Shui, which is Chinese science about how to construct building or office or a house, or how to manage this room and apartment. To do something, to put somewhere mystical symbols and to create totally new positive vibration in the place. And in the Vedic tradition we have Vastu, which is, I believe, much more ancient but less famous all over the world. So Vastu is a science, mystical science again, about how to organize space where human beings live, work, etc. And of course, if you have just piece of land, it's much easier to call some expert in Vastu or Feng Shui, let us say, and ask that person to create a project. If you already stay in certain apartment, then much greater limitation just from the very beginning. That's already what we have here, yeah. But anyway, it is possible to change many things. Vibrational environment of this place just with the help of all that mystical symbols. I met in my life number of Feng Shui masters and Vastu masters, and it's again and again, it's much more difficult and much more high level knowledge than mostly people think. Because normally people, all that books about Vastu and Feng Shui, they say, like east, west, north, south, your main gate must be from this part, your bedroom must be from this part of the building. But the most subtle thing about real Vastu is that there are many, I mean, easily dozen, but sometimes hundred of factors influencing why in this particular apartment can be everything in a totally different way. What are that factors? For example, right now I'm in South Florida. We have December right now. Most of the locals afraid even to go to the beach, and if you just see somebody on the like swimming, two kinds of people, Russians and Canadians. Okay, because people from the north countries, when they come, like December, January, South Florida, we have, come on, summer like that. Anyway, just in front of me, outside of this window, I have an ocean. Let me show. Okay, and the fact that the ocean is, let us say, from the east part of the building is huge factor which may change all the Vastu system of this apartment. For example, the fact that Miami City, the main city of this area, is just 20 minutes by car south. That's another factor which is hugely important. Then we have a couple of lakes, like from the west, northwest side of the building. So huge number of things. Okay, right now this is I believe something like what kind of I think it's a 31st floor. But even if we'll just think about it, it's but the building itself is something like 45 floors. The Vastu for the 45 floor or 5th floor will be different. So that's our really real approach. And all that mystical symbols, let us come back to the main topic. You just put on the wall, on the different walls, and they create certain harmonious, positive vibration in this apartment, if you put it properly. Okay, and you don't need to know all that complicated, Hindu rituals. Just put different yantras on the wall, okay, here, there, somewhere else. And just the fact that these yantras are like on the different walls, that itself creates a special vibration of peace. And you may, meditate better, you can pray better, you can even discuss your business projects much better than without all that mystical symbols. That's the reason why in a house, in a home where you just live with your family, it's important to put all that symbols. And in the office, hugely important. And then the question is, okay, may I explain rules? And then a tricky thing is that there is almost no logical rules, because the real master of Vastu, Feng Shui if you wish, is the person who is the meditation practitioner, who is the mystic, and who may choose proper place out of intuition and out of mystical inner vision. That's the point, yeah. And if you put all that symbols on the wall, it's really nice if you may manage some small candle next to it or incense sticks. That itself is already some kind of, you activate all that symbols just with a simple, very simple act. Just put candle and incense stick. And well, I may advise you to just, after meditation, after mantra practice, just slowly walk through your apartment and just see which wall can be the proper, the best place. And if you're in a state of meditative mind, which is not really good to say because mind can't be meditative. Anyway, you're sensitive, you're relaxed, and then you immediately will feel that, okay, here must be something, and just put it there.